Kristin and Steph. Coach, if you want to start off with an opening statement, and then we'll open it up for questions. I just ask when you ask your questions, just direct it. If it's to Steph or Coach, just let them know ahead of time, and we'll fire away. So, Coach, if you want to start with an opening statement, and we'll open the floor.
Yeah, thanks, Riley. Thanks, everyone, for being here. I just shared with the team, like, it's, not easy to win at any level, so I was really happy with our win. I was happy for our team. Obviously, especially at this time of year, whether it's a win or a loss, you're going to be a team that's learning from what just happened in the 40 minutes. And we're going to do that, but it's always better to learn after a win, as I'm sure these two will tell you. But there will be plenty to work on. But that's every game, every team this time of year. Win or lose, if we can get better from the last 40 minutes, it will be a step in the right direction. But certainly proud of our effort, proud that we were able to make enough plays down the stretch and come out on top tonight.
Go ahead with your questions.
Steph, it's your first career double-double, I think. So how does it feel to have that one under your belt?
It feels great. I had a double-double in the Brown scrimmage and then the Assumption exhibition. So, it's something that I've experienced before. But, again, I'm not really, about personal stats. I'm just happy we got the one, and I'll worry about what I do later.
Kristin, on that note, was it a nice safety valve to be able to get it down to her? No, she's going to put it in.
Yeah, I shoot it and she's there. It's nice, and she just knows what I'm going to do. And the whole team is just building chemistry. We're all new, so I think as we continue to play, the chemistry will just build, and like I said, Steph's there. Right when I shoot it, she's there. So it's great to have that little cushion.
Coach, would you say this team is where you want them to be after one game?
Yeah, we're 1-0. So absolutely, But as I told our team before the game, I felt, because people have asked, hey, it's first game, are you excited? I'm I don't know. It's it feels like our sixth game, because we played 3 in Croatia. We had a scrimmage. We had an exhibition. I've been really impressed, honestly, with the way we've practiced the last 2 weeks, and I just asked our team to, not treat it like another practice, but just do what we do at practice every single day. And I think there were times we got away from that tonight, and there were times that we did do it, and our goal is just to be that team we are every day for 40 minutes. And I think that's my goal as a head coach, and our goal as a staff, to share that with our team, to show them when we did those things, to show them when we didn't, and again, keep the expectations high at practice, because I think the last 2 weeks especially, we've been really, really good each and every day. And that's a big testament to our team. Now I want them to show that in the game.
Coach, you've been saying you haven't really been feeling any type of different way as a head coach compared to assistant coach. Does it feel any different getting your first win as a head coach, or more the same?
No, it doesn't feel any different. I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm responsible for maybe motivating the team with a pregame speech or post-game, which I need to work on a lot. But it honestly doesn't feel any different. I'm just excited to be responsible for all their 13 of our players' experiences here at UMass.
Kristin and Steph, how would you say your roles have definitely changed since last season into this season, with definitely being more of the upperclassmen, as well as just helping a whole bunch of new people really transition to what UMass basketball is like?
You want to start?
I'll start. I think that Coach Leflar relied on us when he brought in these recruits, and just to build a culture that we all wanted to be around, and just include everybody with everything. And I think we're just building off of that, and this win definitely will help build us. It's great to win the first game of the season, and I know we'll face some adversity, a lot of adversity during the season, but it's what we do, and that's the culture. I think that's what's going to be about.
And just to add on to what Kristin said, obviously me and Kristin, we were here last year, so we kind of understand Coach Leflar's system and his coaching ways. So I feel just teaching and helping out the new roles that maybe don't know him as well as we do. That's our job, and just also, like Kristin said, working on the team's chemistry, and we're really the foundation of how the culture is on the team. So we built this foundation of a culture that we want on the team. Everybody gets along, everybody just doesn't click, and it's a really fun time with the whole entire team.
So how do you guys feel do you feel like you created a lot of chemistry, with so many new people, or do you think there's still room to go?
I definitely think that there's more room to go. Like Coach Leflar said, it feels like we've already played 6 games before today, so today didn't really feel like a first game, I could say, for probably a lot of us. But since we are a new team, it was our real first official game. We have a long way to go, and just chemistry and learning about how each other plays, like learning if this person does this, then you can build off of this. So I mean, that's going to just take time and practice, and I think we're going to get there.
Kristin and Steph, so great building chemistry off the court, but let's talk about on the court. You know, you guys went from not many minutes to leading the team in many categories, and certainly on the court most of the time. How's that feeling?
I mean, it feels great, but win as a team, lose as a team. So I think like I did like step up into a bigger role this year as an upperclassman and just as a player. And I think Coach Leflar helped me with that in the postseason. Like we did only have 3 of us in the postseason, and we worked every single day. And he brought in new people and just had expectations of us to bring these people in and just love them and create a culture that he wanted and that we wanted.
Yeah, I agree with everything that Kristin says, and I feel like when you are an underclassman and you come in, you kind of have this maturation process that you have to go through when you get older, and that's just maturing and gaining some leadership. And I mean, I think me and Kristin have done that. I mean, I was here earlier than Kristin, so I probably had a longer maturation process than her. But I mean, it's all a process, like I said, and now we are filling the shoes that Destiny and Sam once left.
Coach, you talked about you wanted this to be a team that scored by committee this year. What did you see tonight? Was that what you were hoping to see, sort of everybody stepping up and filling their role?
Well, I mean, everyone really has a green light. You know, we want to shoot open shots, and I just think if it can be anyone on the team. You know, we have 8 healthy bodies. It can be any of the 8 have the opportunity to step up on any given night, and I want them to feel that. And I think, again, there were times, you know, St. Peter's played a lot of zone. There were times I thought some people passed up shots, which I didn't quite understand, and I turned to the bench, and I was like, man, I must be something I'm saying. Because I want our players to feel really, really comfortable and confident in what they're doing. And I think, again, they work every single day at a great pace, and they've all improved, and especially the last 2 weeks, I can't say enough about how good practice has been. You know, 1 through 8 and 1 through 13, you know, the players that were out being more engaged at practice. So I have a lot of individual confidence in them and a lot of confidence in our team. So I think I saw that tonight, and then I saw some opportunities for that people turned down some shots, which I didn't quite get, but we'll learn from it.
Coach, can you talk about something like Bree Bellamy just had a lot of big plays for you guys?
Yeah, I thought Bree did a great job again. These guys have used the word experience a lot. Bree brings a lot of experience, a lot of playing experience. So we're going to be relying on her a lot on the court. And I think as she and Steph and Lily Talalay right now kind of develop that chemistry amongst the 3 of them in game minutes is really, really important, because, you know, I've always coached our post position players in my 5 years here, and I thought we were able to develop a good chemistry amongst that group, and it's something I really want for Steph and Lily and Bree and Mackenzie and Shanae when they get back. So we will rely on Bree for that because she has the game experience, but again, of the 8, I mean, they're all going to get a lot of game experience moving forward.
Coach, since you mentioned the short bench right now of 8, do we have any updates of when we possibly could see any of the 5 players that are still dealing with injuries?
No, we have a couple of them that are back doing some workouts on the court, so they're progressing, and I'm optimistic that they're going to return soon, but no date in mind.
Coach, after finishing with 88 points in the Assumption game, and then today at 26 at half, who's that kind of voice in the locker room that when shots aren't falling?
Yeah, I mean, it was me when I came in the locker room. You know, you can ask these guys, and again, I've told them many times, like, we're going to make or miss shots. That's not going to define us. Like, what defines us is how competitive we're being, how vocal we're being, and how together we're being. And again, I think there were plenty of examples in the first half. We were doing things that we hadn't practiced. You know, there were things we were doing that were almost out of character for us. And I more just questioned those things, and we're like, let's eliminate that. Let's just do what we do at practice every day because we've been doing it well, and really kind of reiterating that message. But I think those guys can take it from here on halftime.
I think I think we're all just like talking to each other. Like we'll come in and we'll just sit down and like take a breath. And I think Tori today was a really big voice, and Alexia's always talking to us and just telling us like she's on the bench and she sees everything. So she just sees like what we're doing here, and she's like more talk, like driving to the basket. We lacked a lot of driving today, and I think that's what we need to build off of. And Tori had a really big voice, and I think it's not our first game, but it's our first official game, and I think a lot of people had like the jitters and like it's the first official game, November 6th, whatever. So I think the like first half was just there, and then like in the second half we just didn't like shots weren't falling in the first. It's just like keep shooting. Like he has, like he said, we have the green light. So for us it was just keep shooting, and we're gonna get the right shots. So yeah, Steph.
Yeah, and just to go off Kristin, I feel like before Coach Leflar gets in the locker room when we're there, we want everybody to have a voice. So I feel like a lot of people just feed off of each other, and I mean we do have a good amount of people like on the bench that are watching the game. So we rely heavily upon the people that are sitting there watching the game, the people that are injured and they're seeing everything. We rely on them to tell us what we can't see when we're in a game.
One more questions? Anyone got it?
I'll do it. Coach, it looked like Lily maybe like did something to her shoulders. I mean, she came back in and she played out. Is she good to go?
Yeah, she's good to go. She just wears a sleeve all the time at practice, so she's fine.
So
Yeah.
not an injury, just
No,
caution.
no, all good. Yeah, just kind of like daily maintenance.
Good stuff. All right, thanks everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.